Hey everyone, it's Tuesday, week 2 of the NFL, and that means the NFL opening line report. This is where I give you my early takes and leans, not handicap picks. Just me and you sitting around taking a piss over a fence post talking about this week's action. Before deciding what to do, but the early gut reactions, this is viewer participation. Leave your comments on what you like, teasers, parlays, money lines, whatever you think, and I'll react to them as I approve those comments. We have to go in the back end and approve them because of the haters, the links to porn sites. They know the demographic. Other handicapping services coming in trying to poach you, this, that, and the other. So we filter all those out. There shouldn't be a lot of haters this week. We went 3-1, hit a top play last week. Week 1 of the NFL, a good week, and we're looking forward to another good week this week. I've seen a couple of these lines, but not all of them. For post-reaction, post-mortem type review of last week, be sure and tune into the Vegas Beat. It's on this page right now. Myself and Las Vegas legend Scott Spreitzer talk about what we saw and our reactions to week 1 in the NFL, week 2 in college, and break some of them down for you and give you some takes and insights you can use for handicapping, as well as just listening to a couple old-timers telling you what they think. Show ran a little long this week because it's the inaugural show. We'll nail that down in about 25 minutes. We're going to do that every Monday for you. But let's get to this week's action in the NFL, and let's go with the Thursday night game. And I believe we got a doubleheader on Monday night this week, too. Usually week 2 we do. Yeah. All right, we got 2 on Monday night. There you go. One of them you're probably going to have to stream somewhere, which pisses me off. Washington on the road, taking on Green Bay. A couple teams that won by double digits last week. Washington expected. Green Bay maybe not so much in many people's eyes. But Washington got to play a team that doesn't have a quarterback right now. Russell Wilson's done. You're going to see Dart in there. Wilson's going to be a backup. Now, they're not going to play a team that offensively is going to be inept. Green Bay's got a good offense, loves a good quarterback. I'm not saying he's a great quarterback. He's a good quarterback. Daniels is a great quarterback. Over and under 48, Green Bay 3.5. Short week, travel. I mean, home team should be favored on Thursday. Boy, that total was 45-46. I'd take it on the over. 48, that's juiced. Let me pull up live odds. I have live odds on the other browser. 47.5 and down to 3 at some spots. Well, if you can get Green Bay off the hook, that's the route I would go. I lean Green Bay. LA at Tennessee. The Chargers laying 6, total 42. I mean, Tennessee, that was a tough ask last week. You start a rookie on the road against one of the better defenses in the NFL. LA held Houston to no touchdowns. Tennessee's got Houston's got a crappy offensive line. That's their only weakness. They've got a crappy offensive line. Chubb didn't run the ball very well either with them. We'll talk about them in a minute. I definitely use LA in a teaser. I don't know if I want to lay 6. I mean, bear in mind, every year I tell you guys this on this show. Never put a lot of stock into what you saw the week before. We've still got not a lot of information to go on yet in terms of getting sharp handicaps, but just don't put a lot of stock into what you saw the week before. Home dog is 6. I'd use LA in a teaser. I'd lean Tennessee, believe it or not. Buffalo at the New York Jets, a divisional game, divisional home underdog that put up 32 points against Pittsburgh's defense. They allowed Aaron Rodgers to put up 34 on them. If it wasn't for a couple special teams blunder, the Jets would have won that game. And you've got the Buffalo Bills off a unbelievable win where Baltimore pissed down their leg. That was your free play last week, the Ravens, and they just blew it. Up 15 with 6 minutes left and lose outright. Total 46, give me the over. Fields looked good last week. Played his best game he ever played as a pro, including his years in Chicago. Yeah. Buffalo coming off a big win. Home divisional dog, just saying. Baltimore laying an 11.5. Oh, my God. And total 45.5 against Cleveland, who should have beat Cincinnati. Let me look at something here. Let's talk about this a minute. Cleveland had 22 first downs and Cincinnati had 11 in that game. Their defense held Cincinnati to 46 yards rushing and 95 yards passing. Give me Cleveland. I don't lay double digits in the NFL. I don't give a rat's ass who it is. San Francisco minus 4.5 at New Orleans. New Orleans gave Zona all they wanted, but Zona ain't all that good. San Francisco, a hard-fought win. Their defense played a lot better than I thought they would. They lost Kittle. Four and a half. That's a bad number. We're betting numbers, not games. Back-to-back roadies. I know it sounds ugly, but I lean New Orleans. I mean, what do you think? What would you do? You're not going to tease San Francisco through 0. New Orleans up to 10.5, maybe. New England at Miami. Miami was my go against last week for a 5-unit play on the Colts. Miami is no good in the trenches. They couldn't play any worse than they did last week. Divisional game. New England had troubles with the Raiders of all people. Under 44. Miami laying 1. I'm not getting near Miami. They're not a good team this year. Seattle catching 2.5 at Pittsburgh. Total 40.5. Give me Pittsburgh. Mike Tomlin at home coaching a home opener. Less than a fall number of 3 right now. 40.5 seems about right. Seattle's defense, okay. Pittsburgh's defense supposed to be good. How do you give up 32 points to the Jets? What do you do the following week with T.J. Watt and company? They'll play good defense at home and atone for that. That was embarrassing. Rodgers played the best game he'd played in 2 years last week. I think they get on him. Chicago catching 6 against Detroit at home. Ben Johnson returns to the team that he was the offensive coordinator for. Chicago took a giant dump in the middle of Soldier Field on Monday Night Football after dominating for an entire half and then lost the game. Total 47.5. Detroit in a teaser for sure. Stick them with LA. Um, it's difficult again without it with the all new offensive coordinator, all new defensive coordinator. It's difficult. I thought Williams played good Monday night for the most part, quarterback for Chicago, but I'm not going to lay 6 with Detroit. Not till they get their act together. 47.5. Maybe an over there too. Jacksonville plus 3.5 at Cincinnati. 49.5. Jacksonville beat a good, crappy team. Cincinnati got doubled up in first downs and yards and still somehow won. If that stays on the hook, give me Jacksonville. They can run the ball there. Give them that. Cincinnati going to have trouble stopping them run the ball. I'd take the hook in the 3. That might go up too. They're going to fade Jacksonville there. That's an underdog spot. New York plus 6 at Dallas. There's another teaser. Dallas for sure. 44.5. By the way, that Jacksonville-Cincinnati total is 49.5, which looks to be the highest on the board. In a shootout, I'd still lean Jacksonville. Dallas minus 6 against the Giants. Dallas owns these guys. They're 9-1 straight up the last 10. The last time New York beat Dallas was June 3rd of 2020, January 3rd, pardon me, of 2021. That's how long it's been. Couple of tight ones last year. New York covered them both. The year before that, 49-17 and 40-0. I'm telling you, I'd lean down. I'd lay the 6 with Dallas in that one. 44 is about right. Denver 2.5 at Indianapolis. Well, here's a good game. What do you think about this one? Total 43. Give me the under. Take the guesswork out of it. I mean, Indy ran for 168 yards last week, and Taylor only had 71 of them. I know because I had the over 78.5 for the prop on him. They spread the ball around. Home dog. I'd lean Indy there and take the under. Definitely put Indy in a teaser. Get them over 3, over 6, over 7. That's going to, that line's not going to stay at 2.5. Carolina plus 7 at Arizona. 44.5. I want nothing to do with this game. Arizona looked like crap. Really, they look like crap. I mean, I'd put them in a teaser as well. There's another teaser, Indy, Arizona. I'm not going to lay 7 with Arizona the way they played in that game. Carolina's got some issues. Boy. Arizona's not ready to lay 7. Philadelphia minus 1 at my beloved Chiefs. This is the national game. Super Bowl rematch. Give me Philadelphia. Period. 46.5. Kansas City without their top 2 wide receivers. And a defense that looked lost. I mean, Philadelphia beat the dog piss out of them in the Super Bowl. Embarrassed them. Ask yourself this question. What's really changed? Atlanta getting 5 at Minnesota. 45.5. Give me Atlanta. Penix looked good. Penix looked good. They could have won. They should have won that game against Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay catching 2.5 at Houston. 41.5. This is a Monday night game. Boy, that's too close to call. Boy, that's going to be a good game. That might be the one you pass on Monday night unless you got a feel for it. You can't tease it with the other game because there's no way I like the Raiders against the Chargers and they're catching points. What do you guys think? Baker Mayfield, I don't care what anybody says, and I know that Tampa Bay, it was a little ugly for Tampa Bay. They got the better running back. Quarterbacks are equal. Maybe I give a lean to Baker Mayfield. I don't care what you think about him. He's a poor man's Brett Favre. He just wins games. He just wins games. Could Houston, with that, their offensive line is so bad. I mean, I'd lean Tampa Bay. Chargers at Raiders. Chargers off a big win over the Chiefs. Added time to prepare, I might add, even though there was some travel involved. Las Vegas off a cross-country trip, now back home playing a divisional opponent. We have a home divisional dog with a hook on a phone number. I will tell you, I'd still lean Chargers. Those are my thoughts for the NFL opening line report this week. Leave your comments in the comments section below, and I'll respond to them. And be sure and get over to Docs, get yourself some winners. Baseball, WNBA, the daily prop market, especially in baseball, is going well. We hit 2 out of 3 NFL prop cards. Monday night was a bad prop card night for us just because the game didn't go as expected. And that happens from time to time in the NFL when you have a singled out game. But on these games where we have a veritable potpourri of options on Saturdays, yep, prop market. Thursday night games where they're worthless a lot of times, prop market. Monday night games, sharp lines, very tricky to wager sometimes, prop market. They're over at DocSports.com. That's where you need to be.